Welcome back to Views with the Hughes Jennifer News. This is Jerome Hughes, and if you haven't done so already, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and click the bell notification so that way you'll be notified of future uploads and updates. So we see here that all the trades and media out there are promoting the fact that The Flash has bombed in the box office. I'm saying it bombed. I'm saying it flopped. Y'all can say what y'all want. I don't care. Okay, so Deadline reports that The Flash falls down with 55 million 3-day opening. Here's why. They got a stupid excuse for this one right here. So it says here Sunday AM from this morning after Saturday AM, yesterday's post. We got to refresh our updates. There's a lot of lessons to be learned from this weekend, but chief among them is what it's like for a major motion picture studio to open a movie with largely a number of its cast, primarily its main star, not available to do press. Remember, months before, I reported in a previous video where Ezra Miller was to not be at the to be out there in the public while the movie's being promoted. Okay, I said this like sometime either late last year, early this year, and that came to prove that wouldn't have mattered because the movie's going to bomb anyway. All right, so continue on. That was the big looming question, which was on everyone's mind in the wake of Ezra Miller's tabloid Latin 2020 to 2022 in regards to Warner Brothers and DC's $200 million The Flash, and now we have our answer as the pick is opening to $55.1 million over 3 days. This movie had a production budget of $200 million, and the first week it only raked in $55.1 million. Over the 3 days and $64 million for the 4-day Juneteenth holiday. Now they're projecting that this will go ahead and see if it'll do big numbers for Juneteenth, which I'm highly doubtful because of the fact that I guarantee you all the Monday numbers are going to drop down and to a percentage, and it's like, you know what? People don't want to see it. Thanks to Ezra Miller, as well as what James Gunn has planned for, the DC universe. All right. And then they have Andy Muschietti planning to James Gunn's planning to have him direct another movie that's coming from the DCU. I'm just no. I'm just not even gonna be excited for it. Okay. So yeah. Should the movie have gone straight to Warner Brothers streaming service Max? Absolutely not. They need to make as much money as they can. Yep, we can see that. And that's through Windows. But here's the reason. Here's what they're saying is the reason why it's being affected. With the writer's strike or the SAG-AFTRA strike authorization in place, should talks go sideways and actors not permitted to do press in those situations, the studio, streamers, etc. may want to think twice before playing the notorious hardball, as this is what happens when your cast isn't available to promote your major motion picture. Already, San Diego Comic-Con is in check with the unavailability of TV series creators. Warner's didn't lean on Miller for the Flash's press tour. The star making his first Hollywood appearance post legal troubles at the Monday night premiere. The Flash was limited to a red carpet protocol, not video or press interviews, except a couple of bloggers. But a majority of the cast weren't even available for a 360 degrees press. We hear so. Basically, what this paragraph saying here is that it's not open to the media, only for those who are bloggers, most likely those who are paid by the studios or those who coddle to the studios harder, so that way they can continue to get their access. All right, so they're blaming this on the WGA strike and everything. We see it here because it says that the late night shows are going down during the WGA strike. Also compounded Warner's woes here, while Keaton showed up at the screenings for a Q&A in London and Paris, and Tub thumped of the movie on social. He was busy shooting Beetlejuice 2 for Warner Brothers. Sasha Cale, who plays Supergirl, did do press down in Miami and Texas. Where was Ben Affleck? Late night TV provides a fun, not to mention a controlled environment where talent can sidestep any sticky conversations. The reason why many didn't sit down with the bulk of press so that they didn't have to be on the hook for fielding uncomfortable questions about the leading star of the film, Miller. That's interesting. They didn't sit down with media, but they say here because of the fact that they're going to ask about the Ezra Miller, or they were afraid to ask about Ezra Miller. That's what they're saying here. The Flash also didn't have an $80 million to $100 million plus promotional partner campaign like most of these tempos do. That said, they had some partners, i.e. Puma, with its Flash sneakers, which is essential when it comes to cutting through the noise of summer and opening a movie to big numbers. All right, but it's like, you know, this people like this isn't doing well because of the fact that they say here that James Gunn here and his plans for the DCU, and it's like what the announcements that he made, a lot of people not warming up to it, but then they later on is saying here that the buzz coupled with the fact that the Flash is very male heavy and not pulling in as many women as Aquaman and Wonder Woman is slowing it down. Here we go. They're bringing up gender. They're saying that it didn't pull much numbers because of the fact that there weren't enough female superheroes in the movie. You know, it was mostly male. That's what drove away the audience because of the fact that it's not enough diversity. Last I checked, if you go ahead and look over at Disney and everything, they didn't pull it with the Marvel numbers. They didn't pull much number either, to the point where they're not able to make back the amount of money that they had spent for production as well as marketing. But it made higher more money than the Flash, though. Yeah, but they're still broke. You know. And then the course also talks about, you know, bringing up the multiverse and everything, where it says bringing back Michael Keaton's Batman to the average Joe moviegoer. What the Flash is at the end of the day is a movie about a deep DC universe character, and that's the Flash. But then they also start comparing it to like the Marvel openings and stuff with Thor and Captain America: The First Avenger. Thor, Aquaman may have posted a $67.8 million 3-day, but it was launched over a Christmas holiday. So yeah, they're coming up with several different excuses to try to make up and cover for the reason why this movie didn't do so well in the box office. Okay, but on top of that, Disney's Pixar's Elemental didn't do any better. Okay, and here's why. In blue, we got Black Adam. I'm comparing these three movies. In blue, we got Black Adam. The Flash is in red. Elemental is in yellow. Day one. Well, right now, the Flash is at $55.1 million, as stated in the article. Compare that to Elemental's $29.5 million. Someone at Disney is going to get fired. I guarantee you they're going to just drop this. Matter of fact, I'm going to see if I can go ahead and do a comparison with this to Lightyear right quick. Hang on. So I'm going to do a comparison with Lightyear to see if Elemental actually done better or worse than the movie, okay? Because if it's actually done worse, they may do the same thing to this movie that they did with Lightyear, all right? That's if it flops further. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, it's doing worse. Elemental is doing worse than Lightyear. Oh my goodness. Elemental is actually doing worse than Lightyear. Man. Hold up, I could be wrong. No, I wasn't wrong. Elemental's doing worse than Lightyear. Oh, boy. Man. This might become a tax write-off. I'm speculating this might be a tax write-off right here. So let's go ahead and break it down. Flash, $200 million budget. Elemental, no budget given. Black Adam, $200 million budget. Lightyear, $200 million budget. Right now, as I stated before, right about now, on the first Sunday, Black Adam made over $67 million compared to the Flash's $55.1 million. And then Lightyear's, $50 million. And then Elemental $29 million. But guess what? Guess what movie's done much better than all of these? The Super Mario Brothers movie. Why? Not only because it wasn't woke, but they actually stuck to the nostalgia, making it just basically about entertainment. Not interjecting any political virtue signaling, anything like that. It's just simple. And also, there weren't any actors or actresses up there that are controversial. Okay, so that's why that movie was more successful than all of these. All right. So let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. Let me know, why do you think this is actually flopping? Because me, I guarantee you it's Ezra Miller, as well as the fact that the story wasn't good, and with the direction that James Gunn is taking this movie. This movie, I wouldn't even consider it as part of the Snyderverse. All of this happened under Walter Hamada. The last Snyderverse movie to me was the Justice League Snyder Cut. Okay, you had Man of Steel, Batman vs Superman, Dawn of Justice, and then Justice League, the Snyder Cut, the Justice League. You can say the theatrical release of the Justice League, but that was under Joss Whedon. Everything else was under the Hamada, Walter Hamada, from when he was running things at DC. But the only successful movie that Walter Hamada had was Aquaman. And that went over $1 billion in the box office. So yeah, they said that this movie was going to be like a reset for the DCU. Man, I wonder how many people are not confident about the future of the DCU now. Let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. Also, be sure to include any additional thoughts you have on the topic that I shared in this video. If you enjoy what I stated in this video, go ahead, smash the like button and share far and wide across social media. And if you haven't done so already and you enjoyed all the content I put out there, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, click the bell notification so that way you'll be notified of future uploads and updates. Until then, peace.